Good morning everybody, welcome to the United Stand, live here from the Urbal Stadium where there is a game going on today, and this is 4 hours before kickoff. You can see the excitement there, but there's transfer news to get into as well before we get into any of that. Laporte has been talking, Frenkie de Jong, Ronaldo, is he playing tomorrow? We're seeing all the signings here in this game today, and anything else that's going on with United right now. I'm going to round up everything that's been going on. I've not spoken to you for a few days, so it's going to be interesting to see how all the new signings play today. I'm going to get into that in a minute, but first of all I'm going to talk about everything that's going on with Frenkie de Jong and Ronaldo. The United Stand Tour, sponsored by Wash and Go. Okay, in we go. So, our friend at Barcelona, Mr. Laporte, has been talking again regarding Frenkie de Jong. I know you don't want to listen to this. I know you don't want to hear it. You're sick to death of going on about Frenkie de Jong and everything that's happening or not happening with Manchester United. But the truth is, it's still there. It's still on a tightrope with everything going down. When questioned, Laporte has now said, do you feel that Frenkie de Jong will be playing at Barcelona next season? He's a Barcelona player. Of course we want to keep him. If he doesn't take a pay cut, as the next question, is he still going to be a Barcelona player? The answer to that question was, well, of course he is. He's got a contract and we will honour that contract. So what do you read into that? Past that, he made a comment regarding financials and all the usual spiel that's been talked about over the last few weeks, and that if the opportunity came around and other clubs are interested, he has said he's had offers for this player, and you have to look at it and go, well, there is still a chance. But the way he's talking at the moment, and I've said this probably two or three times the last few weeks now, and that is one of like, I feel like this is not going to happen. I really don't see it happening. The way he's talking, it's going to take a big turnaround for Frenkie de Jong to come to Manchester United right now. This is where I've said, and I've questioned people before talking about, even journalists like that, and saying, do we need to have our number 2, number 3 already in the pipeline now and already in place? Because from what Laporte has said, and you can all judge it how you want, is he just lying? Is he just building it up again, making it a bigger thing than what it needs to be? Barcelona are buying players left, right and centre, and God knows how they're getting away with it. I do not know. But when spoken about Frenkie de Jong, like I've just said, Laporte has been stubborn and clear of his answer again. He's a Barcelona player. We want to keep him. Frenkie de Jong is happy here. That takes me back to the live show the other day, and I'm going to touch on Ronaldo in a minute, but if there's a player that doesn't want to be at United, doesn't want to come, or there's a player at United that doesn't want to be there, this is where it's gone wrong the last 10 years. Would you not say that this is where we need to start changing and maybe use this summer with this perfect opportunity to change tact with all of this? Frenkie de Jong has made no sign, and I don't know, I'm just reading from what's been said and what everyone's been talking about and what's come out in the media and all sources, that he is happy to stay at Barcelona. He does not want to come to Manchester United because there's no Champions League football. Don't buy him. If he's not fully invested in it, then we don't want that player at this football club. The only reason I'm still clinging on to a hope that Frenkie de Jong is the right man is because I trust in Ten Hag. Everything that he's said so far and the way he's come across, we do know from what everyone we've spoken to that Erik Ten Hag wants Frenkie de Jong. He is that perfect player and he's willing to wait for him. Now we're getting into the realms of how long do we wait? That's the key question now, and that's where a lot of United fans, I feel, are getting more frustrated. It's where I'm getting frustrated because I don't think it's fair on Erik Ten Hag that he's having to wait until the last week before the season starts, before he gets his main target. It probably won't even happen before we actually get to the end of August, when we've played 5 games already. So that's 5 games without Frenkie de Jong. It's not ideal. And yeah, I understand, and I've spoke about this before many times, that Frenkie de Jong already knows the system and he will slot in seamlessly, you would hope. But then again, Frenkie de Jong has never played with a midfield that has been as poor as what Manchester United has the last few seasons. He's always played with quality players around him. I mean, you're going from Fred and McTominay from a Busquets, from the partnership he had at Ajax with Donny van der Beek. I know that's there now, but it's broken a little bit. And we just wanted Ten Hag to have everything in place, in time, and have the best preparation possible for the start of this season. This Frenkie de Jong saga has completely balls that up, in my opinion. And you've got to start looking at it going, do we just cut ties? Is it time to just let this go? And then I'll say, well, I'm going to fully trust in this manager and go forward, and I will wait until deadline day if this is what Ten Hag wants, because it's a long season ahead. And if Ten Hag thinks that Frenkie de Jong wants to come to United, he's been told behind the scenes that he wants to come to United, then we go with Frenkie de Jong and we make it happen for him. I'm looking at it now and going, there are a few pieces falling into place, and this game here tonight is going to be key. Today is going to be key to that, because we're thinking this team that's come out to Norway is going to be the team that's going to start the season. I've said that all along. We've known from what was said previously in the tour, in the early days of the tour, that the team going out to Oslo here was going to be the one that was probably, you would expect more first team players from. No Varane, no Shaw, very interesting, very, very interesting in that. But Malacia, does that put him forward now as the first choice left back? Does Varane have to play behind Varane? Sorry, does Varane have to play behind Maguire? I mean, I wish we had two Varanes, but yeah, no, unfortunately we don't. But this is it. This is where this game is key today. Past that, though, you've got to look at tomorrow's game as well, which we will be there for as well. But that's going to be a painful flight tonight anyway to get back to Manchester in time for that one. But you've got to look at it and you've got to go, right, okay, there's rumours now that Cristiano is going to be playing tomorrow. That's going to be interesting. We've said all along in terms of Cristiano Ronaldo, and I've made it clear, and a lot of you have been misquoting me or not listening to the whole video I've been talking about. I don't think Ronaldo is the problem. I think he's a problem for Erik Ten Hag. I don't feel like Ronaldo, if he doesn't want to be here, he's going to be 100%. And I know he's professional and he will come across that way, but I want a fully invested Ronaldo. He's come out now and obviously commented. I'm sure you've all seen what he said, post-media comments, and how the media can't live without talking about him or can't live without Ronaldo. But to be honest, he's the one who's not turned up to training all pre-season. He's the one who isn't there with the squad right now and is 4 weeks behind. So obviously people are going to talk. It's not fair to say, I don't think it's right to back Ronaldo in this. Of course people are going to talk. You're not on pre-season. You're nowhere near the squad, and you're nowhere near fit enough to start a season for Manchester United. So people are going to talk, people are going to ask that question. So realistically, I can't see where Ronaldo's argument's coming from personally, but it's Ronaldo at the end of the day. He has been professional all his career, and he has always give everything to every club he's been at. We know that, and if he does stay, then I'm sure he will again. There will have to be some serious conversations. I know them conversations have already been had with Ten Hag. I'm convinced that Ten Hag can put across his philosophy and his plan going forward with Manchester United. It's whether Ronaldo at this stage of his career is willing to go ahead with that. And he's got one more year. This is it. And this is where there's a problem. The likes of Frenkie de Jong, like I said at the start, who don't want to come to United or are happy to stay where they are, why are we chasing them? Cristiano Ronaldo, as much of a legend as he is, doesn't want to be at United. He's made that clear, or his agent has. I know he trusts in his agent, so you have to take that as Ronaldo saying he doesn't want to be here. I know Ronaldo hasn't come out and said anything at all, but we know how close he is with Mendes. It was like Pogba and Raiola. As soon as that Pogba documentary came out in the first episode, you've seen they are as one. Agent and player, when they get to that sort of level, are as one. So when the agent talks, that's the player talking in my eyes, and it comes across that way. So if Ronaldo is happy for Mendes to start doing this and leaking this out to the media, which he has done, then Ronaldo wants out of this football club. That's how I look at it. And for me, that's a player I don't want in my team. If something changes in the meantime and Ronaldo says I'm fully invested in this, 100% I'm fully on board with that. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want in Ronaldo, and I would take him tomorrow in my team. I'm not even doubting the man's ability or what he's done before, or even questioning what he did last season for us. But at the end of the day, if there's any signs of animosity or unrest, I know it's probably people's thinking now going, oh well, it's Maguire's got the captaincy now, and since that captaincy comment came out in that press conference in Bangkok, this is when all the Ronaldo stuff has started to come out even more and more. And it's like, yeah, we want the best players at the football club, but we still have to build for the future. Ronaldo isn't our future, he really isn't. And you just want to give Erik Ten Hag every chance possible. We are going to see, and guys, don't get me wrong, get your comments in below. I know you've been going on at me about this. How can you blame Ronaldo for all this? I'm not blaming Ronaldo, but if he wants to go, let the man go. I'm not going to hang around for anyone, no matter how big they are. He doesn't want to be here, fair enough. You go with everyone's blessings. You did an amazing job last season, thank you. If things change and he comes out and says, I've spoken to the manager. This is where I'm at now. Everything is clear and we go forward. Brilliant. Can't wait to see him in the Ten Hag team. How he integrates into it is going to be Ten Hag's issue, because that will be a problem. I think we can't play the same way as we've been playing all pre-season with Ronaldo in the team. I may be wrong, but I just don't read it that way with how much Ronaldo runs compared to the other front three right now. Looking into this game here, I think this is a key sign, like I said at the start, of who he's going to start against Brighton next Sunday. Interesting that all three signings are here. Will they all start? Eriksen is probably the one that I'm unsure about at the moment, where he fits in. Bruno position, does he fit into the front three somewhere? Does he play deeper? Does he play alongside Fred, behind Bruno, in a more attacking sort of style? Because, I mean, Eriksen can play there. I don't want to be, like I said, putting round pegs in square holes again. I think Eriksen is best suited further up the field, but he is calm on the ball. He can take a ball in a close proximity, under pressure, and he can work for us there. Whether or not that's a position he can play until we do rectify this midfielder and we do bring in a midfielder or two, then that will be seen. But going into this game, I'm more excited to see Martinez play. We know what Eriksen about. I want to see more of Martinez. I want to see how he partners up alongside Harry Maguire. This on paper is probably the hardest test, but we all know that Atletico Madrid are a few weeks behind in terms of pre-season training. So honestly, I couldn't see how this one's going to go on their side of it. I'd expect United to win this game. It's a strong team and we are playing well in pre-season. I don't think we're going to see wholesale changes. I think we may even see the first 90 minutes for some of these players here today, and that's what's important. I think we need to see exactly how fit they are. Do we get through 90 minutes? Obviously, we've got the game tomorrow with Ronaldo hopefully playing there, so that will give something for the fans to look into. Varane, hopefully he's fit to play tomorrow as well. Luke Shaw maybe, but that is the key thing in all of this here. And very interesting is the fact that Malacia is here ahead of Shaw. Whether Shaw's got a knock or not, I do not know. But that for me is the most interesting bit. Obviously, I'm expecting to see Martinez play alongside Maguire. And right back, well, Dalot, happy with that. Eriksen is going to be interesting, like I said. Does he slot into that too? Does he play further upfield? Bruno's position. Going to be very interesting how Ten Hag sort of manages that. But it's exciting to be managed. I'm looking forward to seeing that front three play again. That has been the highlight of the tour so far for me, watching Martial, Rashford and Sancho link up. So good to see exactly how that goes down again. Now we're even fitter. He's obviously had some game practice time at Carrington now with the players, so I think everyone should be pretty much on point right now, and I think we're going to see a lot of 90 minutes today. I'm looking forward to that. Stay tuned for the match reaction after the game, and obviously get tuned into United Stand and watch Mark for the watch along later. It should be a good one, and hopefully you guys all have a good weekend and we can get 2 wins in the bag, from these 2 last friendlies before we head into what is a massive weekend, the start of the Premier League season next week. Guys, cheers for tuning in, cheers for watching, cheers for all the messages as always. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. I'm out of here. We'll see you after the game.